Hi guys, sorry for making you wait. This is Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, and you're watching the Awesome 10X live market update. It's the Philippine market, so let's begin. It's December 9, 2020. Okay, so let's watch. The index is now trading at 7,100 points. You're down 100 points down 1.4%. But surely this isn't a really, really bad market because you've got a lot of winners. And yes, there's a few losers, but let's watch the stats first. Let's get to the stats. Take a look first on maybe the index, all right? So as you can see, market value is still 9.4 billion pesos, showing like more than 200% value turnover, which means that there are active players still in the market. You've got advancers 132, decliners 117. You've got foreign net selling negative 685 million. PSEI shares fell down from 7247 down, all shares down, financials down, industrials up, holdings down, properties down, mining is up, services are down. So you've got some selling pressure on most of the market except mining and a few industrials. So take a look at that. Your losers, ICT, it doesn't look, we don't look at the numbers here. We're going to read the prices. So that would make it better for you to see whether it's down or really up. AEV 45.75 steady, BPI still steady 84 pesos, URC 148 still there, Security Bank 138 still there, Jollibee 210 climbing up, Robinson's Land very strong climb, now trading at 20 pesos. Recall that we were opining this since about 15 just a few weeks ago, and very strong laggard movement. Your Meralco is 300 pesos, your Pure Gold is 42.9, your GT Cap is 669, very strong move. So that was really almost 100% move since 386 to 390 pesos if you were buying with us. San Miguel Corporation is now 135 pesos, also a laggard pick that can still go higher. AGI 1064, yes, you've got a slew of selling here at about 11 and 12. So it could be slower next couple of weeks or next year, but you could see that the laggers are truly outperforming. Your DMC is now trading at 605, pierced that 6 level. Globe is small, 2046, but just steady. Emperador doing nothing, 1008, FGen 28. PLDT 1325, Megaworld 396, so making a pause below 4. LTG 1348, also just a pause. Aboitiz Power 27, Bloomberry 8.5, Robinson's Retail 67.4, Metrobank 51, MPI 439, BDO 107, SM 1039. ICT 119.4, SM Prime 37.9. So you are seeing that among this index movement, I think that the only lower, the attractive one within this group of like 27 plus names, 28 Ayala Land 38.7, JG Summit 68, Ayala Corp 820. So which companies among these 30 they still can see a 10% upside? In my view, okay, so the risk-reward ratio right now at 7:1 is not that good, but you can still make money somehow. Your AC here at about 820 below. Try to see if you can get AC at about 800. Try to see whether your Bloomberry here at about 8.5 to 8 can be taken advantage of. So not a lot of available ideas here, except mostly just a hold if you already don't have it. If you still don't have it. Now let's take a look at your stats. Let's see your top gainers, but also before that, let's take a look at your top traded names. Your top traded names, you could see that Dito Telecom, after rallying to 761, 725, about of profit taking. BPI just steady there, 83.9. BDO just steady. This one is a movement higher. Your AR is up 40%, 177 million value traded. This one we don't cover, but we'll try to check it out later on. Your ASEN is steady, okay, just 630, not much movement. Your MRC is down 6% to 48 cents. So you could see that there are some just profit taking, no? What else? Your Merrimart is also profit taking from about 6 plus last week. Now it's trading at 582. ICT is down 5% from 126 to 119. Yeah, actually, I forgot to mention, we're gonna check this ICT movement at 119 on whether this is a chance to enter. Okay, so what else? Your JGS here at about 68. Let's take a look at that as well. So 119 and 68 bucks. Jollibee continues to teeter 1% every day. Take note that if they go up 1% every day for the next 30 days, that's 30% up. So not so bad, even if you're a creepy crawler, do that 100 times and you're gonna go 100%, right? So Security Bank 138, DMC 605, Robinson's Land, yeah. So these 1 to 2% matters. They don't matter in the dailies, but they actually matter in the weeklies and the quarterlies. You can see this is also a successful move. Nicolasia trades at 5 pesos now. Actually, the peak of Nicolasia was something like 5 point something before. So I guess people are trying to make Nicolasia hit $6. We'll see about that. Okay. Now, APL is up 15%, 68 million. Yeah, we don't cover these so much, no? Your pure gold is 42.9. Your Converge is still below IPO at about 15.7, 88 million. Okay, so those are your top traded names. Let's take a look at your top gainers. So other than your AR top gainer, what else? So your AR, your APL, these are names that don't usually pop up. So they aren't most actively traded, very little. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So it kind of reminds me of what happened with your Bull and Vita a couple of weeks ago, wherein they were top gainers and then then they go flat. So possible like that. So very strong 100 plus million, and then right now 6 million. So even if this is 177 million, it's not an easy thing. It can go up, it can go down, but usually the problem with this is papitik-pitik yung pasok ng volume. Tapos biglang malakas, tapos mawala yung volume and value traded. So those are the major problems with names like appear and disappear. And then Nicolasia, okay, FNI, it's just steady there. So just the same movements. All right, let's take a look at the worst losers today. Your losers are MRC, ICT, Dito Telcom, AC. So Chelsea, what else? Now Corp, MPI steady lang dyan. Nandyan pa rin. Okay, sige. So PLC 405. All right, sige. All right, so let's gonna take a look at the charts here now. Wait up. I'll also take a look at your questions as well. Wait, comments. Hello guys, good afternoon. Sorry na-late ako today, ha? Okay, is PLC a sell? Nope, I don't think so. I think like 40 cents right now is actually a good entry opportunity. Buy on Sun, PNB, AGI. Sige, let's discuss those things. Sun is at about 185 ba? Doing okay naman, diba? Let's take a look at that. So I don't really watch the Philippine markets intently. I think that so many opportunities are truly happening worldwide, and this is not something that I'm just merely echoing out for you. We have so many clients making 100%, 200%, even if they just was with us a couple of months ago. So even if you're actually just here with us a few months ago or a few weeks ago, you'll notice that there's very, very strong movement. So last night, actually, liquidity, you can just check my Faces Trader account. For those who don't know, Faces Trader is an open Twitter account that I allow people to just watch and see. And you can see that we have clients going really, really grateful for the awesome 10x system. And you can see that these are many, many positions, 60 positions. So none of it is actually concentrated in any single one. Reason is, this is what the client also told me. This is his favorite line from me. He said, because I said this before, I said, you're over betting, that's why you can't sleep at night. An increase makes you think that you are a god. A decrease makes you think that you are poor. That should never be an awesome 10x portfolio. That is a gambler. I know that it's ironic because I do not chase money. It comes. Money flows where money grows. I just buy when it comes. I just buy small, because end of the day, if it's right, a small position can make a gargantuan money, and a small position, if wrong, can only lose small money too. So you have to understand that the awesome 10x system is about choosing companies that will go 10x, or that 10x could be 100% move, 1,000% move, 500% moves, but really 10x companies. So in the Philippines, you'll notice that in the Philippines, we said that Nicolasia and Nicolasia and Ascend seems to display that 10x trends, mostly because Nicolasia is an electric vehicle beneficiary, because all the battery storages would need 10% nickel content. 80% is going to come from lithium. It's 811. The other 10% is your cobalt, manganese, etc. And then, of course, I'm going to show to you the chart. So it's not a surprise that Nicolasia is rising. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look first at the leaders of the Philippine market. Take note, though, that these leadership is actually going to also have some consolidation at some point in time. The beautiful thing about secular trends is that even if they are up 500% or even 250%, unless there is a reason for that stock to really sell off, it wouldn't, as long as there's demand. So you can see that this has been rising all the way from 150. Now it's trading at 5 pesos. Of course, Nicolasia has a resistance right now here at about 5 pesos. Not only is that resistance the last 5 to 10 years resistance, take note that in the last 2015 to 2020, this is going to be your 5-year resistance. Only if you break out of 5, we can actually see it hit 9 or 10. So the question that most people might ask is Nicolasia going to go all-time high? That is a question that that everyone in the electric vehicle community would want to be answered. But in my view, it's not a question. There is demand. There is demand. If you have Nicolasia below 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, whatever your cost is, guys. Of course, if you follow Awesome 10X, we gave an opinion that this was a 10X name at 180. So I wasn't able at 140. Here was when we were opining it. 180 was the Awesome 10X reversal move. But actually, because Nicolasia is not just a mean reversion play, it's a secular play. I would argue that Nicolasia, with this kind of movement, is going to consolidate from about 450 to 4 pesos, maybe on any dips. If the market will crash, which it can, will be picked up. It's going to be one of those leaders where in the last 5 years, this was just a 5-year consolidation for an eventual move up. Why will it move? It has to do with the electric vehicles, in my view. That's just my view. So does it mean that after Nicolasia moves, that FNI will move? I'm not too sure if FNI is truly selling, supplying some of the Chinese electric vehicles. So that one I'm not sure of. But let's give the benefit of the doubt that, of course, if nickel will go up, if that happens, then this 2 pesos can actually rally to $4. So this is not a super duper claim. I'm not sure about this, okay? Take note that all the things that I say here is just for informational purposes, not a buy and sell recommendation. That said, you could see that this has been moving from 50 cents to 2 pesos. And in my view, that outperformance is not simply just because, oh, they're printing money. No, of course not. If you see these numbers, if next couple of years, let's say Nicolasia and FNI reports earnings, try to read it up because only on those earnings dates, we're going to check it out whether these companies are truly benefiting on what we believe are secular trends. Now, I could be wrong, so it depends on what that company is now going to do. It has to do with the execution of your Nicolasias and your FNIs on whether they truly are benefiting from the cycle of nickel worldwide. Okay, it's not about the electric vehicles alone. It's about all the Chinese companies that are buying nickel for many purposes, whether it be storage batteries or whatsoever demand that they want. Okay, there is a question, is PLC a sell? The answer, there is no. What do you think about Semirara, PNB, AGI, and Sun? Let's answer those questions for you. Okay, so Suntrust is going up because, of course, there is speculation. There's speculation of that casino. And when you see people speculating about casinos, they could either buy Bloomberry, they could buy Bloom, Sun. Of course, some people would buy Suntrust because they think that Sun City is a potential competition, or it's just the fact that it's going to be a company that will have a backdoor listing, right? So a lot of people in the Philippines just buy companies without really studying what they are buying. And so sometimes they lose money. But okay, what are we taking a look at here? Suntrust, we could see resistance at 250. We are seeing this resistance at 190. So far, so good. You saw that people who were smart, of course, you're smart if you're watching Awesome 10X. We have been featuring Suntrust here ever since 130 areas. So it doesn't have to be very early. You were earlier, you were late, doesn't matter. The point here is that at 130, can it rally to 250? It's possible. You've got this uptrend. Although there is this resistance right now on 190, yes, it's possible for this name to go higher. So the point here being that if Suntrust truly is going to have Sun City, then of course you've got the merger and acquisition in place. That's why it rose in the past from 1 to 2.5. So can it repeat again? Looks like. So every dip at about 170 has been bought already. You could see that all the sellers at 170 have become supporters instead of selling to become buyers. So this is a continuous uptrend. Any flags here might go to actually 249. So the answer for Sun is a yes. What else? PLC. Okay, PLC is also a beneficiary of these entire casino trends, right? So you could see that casinos worldwide have risen already, and this is what you consider a laggard, but still in the right sector. So 36 cents, 40 cents, all of these dips are actually opportunities because end of the day, if this sector is going to go higher, then everyone in the sector goes up. Did Nicolasia go up alone or did FNI go up with it? The answer is FNI went up with it. So if Bloomberry went up, is PLC gonna follow? The answer is yes. Is Sun gonna follow? Yes. So the SPHR gonna follow? The answer is yes as well. It's a sector play, just like what happened with properties, right? People are asking, okay, what's happening to Semirara and DMC? Can you give an opinion on that? All right. So Semirara just broke out of the 13 level. However, Semirara here, you have to understand, is a beneficiary only of a certain sector if oil and coal prices will have a buyer and a demand. That said, maybe the demand is there, but it's not a very, very secular demand. So take note that Semirara has this resistance at about 16, 15, and 17. So this one might not be a secular trend. It's a cyclical. There's a difference between cyclical and secular. So this is a cyclical stock. Same for that because DMC is a beneficiary. Whenever Semirara rises, you could see that this one was able to manage to break 6, but that resistance still remains 6.2. And then, of course, this resistance remains at 7 and finally at 8. So typically speaking, if you want to make a lot of money, you don't want to actually invest in cyclical names. However, in the Philippines, what you could see is that almost everything is cyclical. ICT is what? ICT benefits when your GDP growth is going up. So it's a little bit on the cycle zone. If the world economy is doing well, then of course it goes up. If the world economy is not good, then how could all this import and export actually flourish in the long run? So in a way, this is a little bit related to, very sensitive to worldwide economy, no? So because ICT's business in that is in the worldwide zone. It's not simply a Philippine company. What I can only say with ICT is that even if it goes up to 136, yes, you have this resistance at 136, finally 150. The fact that this is very resilient tells you that the world economy is highly resilient, even for port operators like ICT. But it's not a 10x company move. It's not 10x here. What else? Many questions. Okay, let's see. Your top gainer today is AR. I don't even know what was happening here. So as you could see, some of these picks are called one-night stands. What do you do with a one-night stand? One-night stand, as the name calls, one-night stand. It's speculative. From AR mining, what? 0.01, you lose 99%. What do you expect people are doing? People are doing what? They're not investing. This is called speculation. So people aren't investing. Had you invested here, your money is gone. From 0.017 all the way down to 0.01, I don't think that you're a happy investor. So why should I discuss 50% gainers in a day when you are a 99% loser anyway? All right. What else can I see about the questions? Costco and Tech, Miss Awesome, please. Wanna answer? Costco right now is trading at what? 550. Let me see what has happened to Costco. Costco benefits from people who think that there's value in it. But Costco has fallen, right, from 21 all the way to 5. So far, we think that, yes, there's profits here. However, the problem here is how many people believe that it is a profitable company. Until you see volume, this one will sleep. So right now, yes, it has risen from 570 to 560 to 570. Still got some selling pressure here at 7. So all I can say here is that although this is a value play, you have a lot of selling pressure. For now, resistance at 7, a lot of supports at 5. What else? Let me see the other questions. Tech, good to buy APL considering the latest news of its new mining venture. What are they mining? I'm not quite sure of. What is the... So I'm not sure about mining because recently the only mining related companies that I would love is actually companies like Ganfeng Lithium, Albemarle. These are the mining companies that I like, mostly in the US or Hong Kong. So Chile, Brazil, I think those are bigger entities because I really want to play the secular trend, not the trends of the... Yeah, so like I'm not quite sure. What are they doing here? What are they mining? Is it gold? Is it copper? What exactly? Is it nickel? What is it? Magnetite mining operation. I don't know, guys. I don't know much about magnetite, so I can't answer anything. So, yeah, I'm not aware. It says that it's used for steel and other products. I'm not sure. But I guess like people are willing to buy based on that news. Hi, Maxis, Petron, MY, please. Maxis, okay, let's see. Okay, so Maxis is just a part of the reopening on the restaurant theme, no? I think like as you could see, all the malls have reopened. All of these companies have truly tried the COVID to adjust to the COVID world. So Maxis is similar. We like Maxis ever since, no? If this was your first time to listen in, I've been on the opinion that Maxis was a great buy even during March, and I kept on reiterating that all the way. Like I felt that this was one of the most grand opportunities that you could make. Even after this 100% move from 4 to 8, I do think that this goes further. So these are the companies that I think have proven themselves resilient even in COVID. And this was an opportunity of a lifetime during the pandemic time. You deserve to make 100% if you've bought the four and resisted the temptation to sell early. Now, I think that you have to find out your goal is about maybe in the next couple of years. This goes really to about 14 to 16 pesos. So you're gonna hit a 300 400% win if you really entered at about four. What would happen here is you've got the resistance so far here at 10 because restaurants are not yet expected to have great sales. You'll see that the earnings front will not be as good as you might expect. And those not good earnings will be an opportunity for you to actually be a contrarian buyer. So we did that actually with DMC. When Samirara had a bad earnings, what did we do with DMC? Contrarian buy. So Maxis would be a contrarian buy all the way until next year, until next year. So you can see that this 8 is not the end. It goes to 9, 10, 13, 16. Give it about 5 years. Yes, you'll get your 400% return here. Of course, the question is, did you invest in Maxis early on? If you haven't, then try your best to get some shares lower as you can. Petron is a cyclical play. As you could see, this one fell 90% down because people thought that they weren't gonna go use their cars for a while, and so Petron suffered because nobody driving means nobody gassing up their pumps. So I think like as a sector, yes, it's gonna take about 15 years. About 2035 is when people will truly say that we're gonna have electric vehicles, not just in the US, not just in China, but actually worldwide. Whether you believe it or not, 2035 to 2045, it might be something that you're not thinking about, but actually most investors think in secular terms, not just in the next 10 days. So that said, you should know that Petron as a business is not going to lose money in the next 5 to 15 years. So with that knowledge, of course, you could see that Petron was a larger play, similar to what happened to your Shell, because they're not exactly gonna go down. They have about 15 years to actually pivot themselves on how those gas stations will become charging stations someday, which is really happening already abroad. So a lot of our renewable energy fronts for your Shell globally. So I do think that these companies would have a reversal soon, but it's not a reversal back to 9. I guess for now, your Petron, you hold on to it. Let's see if it goes to 5. Just a consolidation. Of course, this was a laggard play, so from about 3, let's see if it goes to 5. Hold it as long as it's up, and you're okay. Your Shell Philippines, let's take a look at that. Can it go to 26? I think the answer is also yes. So we are opining at 18 bucks and below that. It was, of course, a buying entry. And so right now, even at 24, 23, can it go higher? The answer is yes. The problem that maybe some people might ask is, can this go to 30 or can it go to 40? I'm not sure about that. As you could see, these are cyclical in my view, not secular. When you're cyclical, I'm not sure if you could really turn and reverse your business. I might see it just rally to about 30 bucks or 35. That said, from 20 to 30, is that a good deal? 50% for others, yes. The answer there is it's a good deal. So yeah. I'm gonna like check on your questions. Maybe a few last few names na lang kasi ang daming questions eh. I can't answer everything. Any news on Double Dragon REITs? I think it's coming out next month. Sorry, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to read, but Double Dragon REITs are gonna benefit your Double Dragon shares. So Double Dragon right now is trading at about 15, right? Tama ba? DD, let's take a look. 15.22. So yeah, I guess what the downside is 14. Your upside is about 18 to 20 if this REIT successfully lists. I mean, you guys have so many questions. Give light to text disclosure text. How about tech? All right, sige, let's read that tech disclosure now. What did tech say? Let's see. What exactly did Cirtek say today? Cirtek news. Cirtek is up 5%, 712. What's the news here? Let's read. News and disclosures. Notice of analyst investors briefing, material information December 3. All right. Latest company updates. Let's see, what was the news here? Takes a piece out of a rollout, 5G rollout in US. All right, let me see. To issue preferred shares, stock rights offering, resells 545 million pesos of bonds to repay debt. Unit rolls out the next-gen telecom antennas, telco contract. So they're using the Quintel USA to take a 5G secular play here in the Philippines. So they want to do a 5G rollout. 5G is a secular trend, so I'm okay with that. But what are they doing? Let's see. So they're selling bonds to repay their debts. They're doing a lot of stock offering to raise money for these businesses. So they basically need money, no? They are doing this 2 billion pesos financing program. Quintel is participating in the 5G deployment, selling antennas. Okay, that's why they're needing some money. All right, so it's a little bit on, is the disclosure about the 5G rollout? Is it about Quintel? Let me see, let me read. Read more. Read more. So Cirtek is having an analyst briefing 2 p.m. It's going to be done video conferencing. Got it. So it's going to be, if it's video conferencing, then it's recorded. So you can watch it anytime you want. 2 p.m. All right. Also, they're saying that they want to do the preferred shares. That would be about the preferreds. Okay, so they're raising money about dividends of about 6% per annum. All right, so I guess I'll make an opinion that the entire analyst briefing is all about the Quintel. It's all about the news that they're sharing related to this next-gen telco antennas. So I think it's a good thing. This is let's read it for you. All right, the Silicon Valley-based unit of electronics manufacturer Cirtek has rolled out a new range of antennas capable of handling faster frequencies just reserved for U.S. Navy, aircraft, and satellite. Subsidiary Quintel seeks to help U.S. telecom providers improve their 5G services. Okay, that's fine. All right, what else are you saying? New antennas utilize 3.5 gigahertz CBRS brand. Okay, band. Excited to do a nationwide swap out of existing antennas. All right, so they're doing it in the US networks. Cirtek's Advanced Tech and Solutions is a microwave and millimeter wave manufacturing arm. Yeah, I know about this. This is a 5G related play. Okay, so the point is they're pinning all their hopes into this Quintel. What has happened in Cirtek for a while? So Cirtek is trying to reverse the fortune lost for over the last how many years? You could see the charts here. Let's see. So basically, they need money. That's why they're paying off those the bonds, and they're using preferred shares to raise money, right? So from 14, that would be 2020. Just this year, it's a roller coaster ride from 3 to 14, back to 3, back to 9, back to 5, now to 7. So you're about halfway from the peak. You're about 100% from the low, 50% from yearly peak. So you're just in the middle side right now for the year. However, take note too that in the last maybe 5 years or so, let's see. Indeed, from about 70, you're back to 7 or about 90% down. So, you cannot change the fact that Cirtek has made a lot of people really skeptical about their management execution on whether they can really do this. Okay, so in the short term, these are your resistances. At 11, that is a resistance. And you've got, okay, a support here at about 6, right? So 7, people are willing to buy. And then I would assume that they will have a cut loss at 5. 5 or 6, no? So let's take a look at this more on the longer term time frame, not on the short term. So you could see that in the longer term time frame, maybe the people who are bullish on the business can see their money rally to about 15, 11 to 15. Okay, I don't think anyone really is thinking that it goes to 70 pesos, right? So, all right, in the short term, this is what I see. You've got these buyers in the last 6 months from about 5 to 6 accumulating. If you want to get in at 7, sure, go ahead. Anyway, your loss is small. Like if you buy today at 7.12, can go to 11, can go to 15. The narrative is there. They're trying to raise money and they're trying to control the narrative by saying that they are using the money for a better tomorrow. I think that 5G is a good investment, but I'm not sure if they can execute. So if you have tech at about 5, 6, 7, I think you're fine. See whether it goes to 11 or 15. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. What else? Last few questions, please. All right. Sorry, guys. Charts are very blurry. It's okay. You don't need charts. You just need support resistance. You just need the entire big picture. What do you know about tickers like AMD and LCA? AMD is $14 to $80. Well, actually, it's not the best. I mean, I prefer NVIDIA, but we're not going to discuss US in this topic. Global market updates, you ask global questions. Philippine market updates, you ask Philippine questions. That's how we delineate them. All right. Okay, guys. So I think like yeah. So for the day, like I think you've got enough ideas. You should learn to hold your winners because if you don't hold your winners, you won't make a lot of money. And we'll answer your questions if any tomorrow. I think like it's more important that you are aware that Nicolacious 5, a lot of continuous leadership there, and see whether some index names actually give an entry. If Bloomberry falls, if Ayala Corp falls, if JGS and ICT continually fall, maybe you have an entry on these 4 names. All right. Thank you very much. Bye bye.